If you'll take the word autoimmune, take it in your backyard, dig a hole, and bury it, you'll be happier the rest of your life. Or give it back to the people who invented it, the allopathic community. There's no such thing as autoimmune problems. This is a typical, a scapegoat word. This word is used typically when a medical doctor or maybe even a naturopath doesn't understand what causes things. It's that simple. No such thing. Everything is reality here. Everything is chemistry and physics and motion, and symptomology exists from that point of view. There is nothing autoimmune about anything. There's a cause and effect for everything. Everything is simply cause and effect. Because you don't understand that, it would be better to say, I don't understand that, instead of saying it's an autoimmune problem. It's a catch-all drawer for allopathic physicians who don't understand anything. Diabetes autoimmune, cancer autoimmune, psoriasis autoimmune. They're all autoimmune. There's no such thing as autoimmune problems. If a medical doctor says you have an autoimmune problem, that means he hasn't got a clue what's causing this. It's that simple. There's no such thing. Everything has a causative factor within chemistry, and within the two fluids, and within the cells. Again, you're going back to the lymph system and acidosis. There's no such thing as autoimmune diseases. This is just simply a, I don't know what's causing this, but we're going to call it autoimmune. I mean, autoimmune, the whole idea of autoimmune is just ridiculous. And it sidesteps the truth and reality of, one, how the body works, two, about the lymph system, three, about acidosis and that effect upon cells. How many autoimmune problems do you think the medical doctors think about? Everything's an autoimmune problem. It's like, oh my God. I mean, this is the kind of idiocy that exists there. And someday when they wake up to that, they're going to feel interesting because this is idiotic stuff. See, I have lupus, MS, Sjogren's, fibromyalgia, to name a few. You have an autoimmune problem, and there's just absolutely nothing that's out there for you. Boy, how would you like to hear a video like that? When medical doctors say autoimmune, know that it just simply means it's your lymphatic system, and they don't have a friggin' clue. Nothing attacks nothing for no reason. You know, you have virals and antigens, and there's no attack. There's magnetic adherence. There is the burn back from acids. All these things like that. The problem is, as nature dictates the strong and the weak, and the problem we're facing is, as our cells become weakened to a point, our own immune system has to deal with them, because nature dictates that. It isn't an autoimmune anything. So there's two things in natural health that's been key to my focus. Clean out the body of all the acids and mucus and pus and proteins and all that crap, and rebuild the cells in it. Well, how do you rebuild cells? Well, how do you create them? Again, this is all through consciousness, but it's also through chemistry. So you come back down to chemistry, and you want enlivening chemistry, and that doesn't mean you cook your foods at all. You know, cooked food is an addiction, no question, and I still have a little cooked vegetables here and there, but if I'm focused, and I don't do cooked when I'm focused, do we? We want to focus and get done, and then come balance out. And in that balance, you'll be happier, and you have taken yourself deep into Wellville and touched some of these strings. For those who are able to maintain it as long as you can. I think the term autoimmune is just a ridiculous term, and it's a baseless term. There is, for me, when I look at the human body and how it responds to the way we feed it, everything is according to the way God made everything. I don't see the body doing anything out of its normal focus when it's on being attacked. And most people eat in such a way that they're attacking their own body with the substances they're putting in them. So when you're putting these kind of foods in a human body, dead tissue, milks that have been cooked until they're almost plastic, milks period beyond the age of 2, starch at the level of man's eating, starch, grains, crap, high proteins, beans, all the dead stuff, the huge amount of nuts, all the huge amount of seeds, all these things. The body's response to all of this is a given. And you have to understand that these type of foods damage the human body, and particularly the eliminative organs, the GI tract and the colon, because of the chemistry they set up in the body. So your body responds to acidosis. What's the problem? Acidosis. Inflammation. Let's transfer the word inflammation, which is a defined immune response, to what? And you're always going to find at the core of all problems that the acid chemistry dominates the problem, not base chemistry. Now, there are base chemistry problems, no question. Most problems are acid chemistry problems, acidosis, because man's diet is highly acidic, not highly alkaline. So you have to understand that this body's responding according to its needs. So when acids start building up in tissue or things are too acidic, what aspects, what does the body use as prednisone? What does the body use as an antacid, or let's just use their word, anti-inflammatory, same thing. Antacid, anti-inflammatory, same thing. What would you use? You would use anything that dominates in base chemistry. Cholesterol is the body's main antacid. Remember that? Calcium is a big antacid. We can steal out of everybody's bones, connective tissue, teeth, fingernails, and everywhere else, and we do. So those are the two that you see as you run too far down the acid road. There goes your sodium and your chlorides. And you'll see that. And when you see your sodiums go low, hope it's just the adrenal glands. The medical community says that I am making antibodies, autoantibodies. Your body only is protecting itself and defending itself. Always remember that. Your job is to fix the why it's doing that, because it's not going to stop until you do that. And the problem is, if you suppress the body's doing that, that makes things much worse when you stop it. Things explode. And that's not the order of the day. We got to quit suppressing and making people hold their acids until it breaks them down. That's medical thinking. Naturopathic thinking, true naturopathic thinking, is to expectorate, to clean, to get these acids out and fix why your body isn't moving them well. The body's not trying to attack itself. It's trying to deal with damaged cells because they become part of the problem. I know that I need to clean out the acidosis in my tissues through detoxification. I also know that I have kidney weakness due to lupus nephritis. We keep blaming. See, here's the thing. This lady is blaming lupus for damaging her kidneys. And this is part of the problem that I'm trying to shift in you guys. Quit blaming diseases for our problems. They're illusionary. They don't exist. What damages kidneys? Lupus? What's lupus? Besides acidosis, virals, and things like that. But you know, see what I'm saying? We're blaming some made-up conditions or blaming nature for our problems instead of who do we blame. But don't blame a disease for the kidneys. Blame proteins. Blame chemistry that you're bringing into your body. You're the one shoveling it in. Is my immune system attacking my kidney tissue, causing nephritis? Please, you got to understand, it's acids causing nephritis. Acids. And just what you said, the kidney tissue is very damaged by acids, absolutely. And what's the next word that links to acids? Proteins. There's no incurable diseases because there's no such thing. Those people that use the word diseases, there will never be a cure for diseases. Never. And there will never be a cure for an autoimmune condition because that's lumped in diseases with it. There's no cure for that which is illusionary. That which does not exist. When you say autoimmune, MS, all this is autoimmune, you know immediately these guys don't know a thing they're talking about. They don't know what's causing it. But when you say autoimmune, what system is your problem in? The immune system. Oh, the immune system. Wait a minute. The immune system. I don't see that anywhere. Where's the immune system? Well, I got immune cells, but where's the immune system? It's the gigantic lymphatic system, guys. That's your main immune system. You've got some immune cells in your blood. And most of your immune, even the blood dumps itself, its waste, and its proteins into what? The lymphatic system. What organ does that mostly, besides the kidneys? The spleen. The spleen. That's what the spleen is for. It refurbishes and cleans the blood into the lymph system. They blame it all on microbes. And here's one thing you must learn. All the medical doctors have to stand on is microbes, pathogens, or autoimmune. And recommending the very diet that's causing the people to have these problems. And that is what this planet has to wake up to. And this planet needs the feminine principle to come out of being suppressed by the male principle. That is the base chemistry that's so vital to this planet.